All right, so we're actually heading back home. Hi, Grandma.
Bye.
Say bye, Grandma.
Bye.
So we love you.
Love you too.
We've extended our stay a little too long, and she's like, time to go. Bye.
Rainy weather.
Grandma,
Yeah.
give her a
Rainy
hug.
weather. You couldn't go.
Right?
Give her a
Bye.
Say bye, Mama.
Bye.
Bye, brother. Little bit.
Bye.
Bye, a little bit.
Loving you all.
All right, let's go show you the trailer. All right, so getting the dog and the kids loaded up, and here's the trailer. So basically, quite a few boxes, quite a few things that, you know, garden stuff, things that we can actually use right now. Some benches, the couch that's actually going to go into the playhouse, because this thing's actually pretty worn out, and then we're actually going to be using the couch that's in the playhouse into the gathering house. So anyway, let's get loaded up and let's get back home. What are we doing?
Wait on my parents
Why?
because they thought that they knew where they were going.
'Cause Dad's a stubborn old man.
No, he thought he was doing me a favor to go forward and pass some people, but not realizing that I was getting off.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, old people don't like using GPS. They're supposed to follow us. So here we sit, side of the road, waiting for them to catch up. At least they didn't have to go far.
Nope.
They only had to go
3 minutes away.
3 minutes away before they could turn around.
Yes, indeed.
They're getting directions from a mom, I guess, because that always involves at least one U-turn.
I know, right?
All right. And here we are next day. Trailer still needs to be uploaded, but oh dang, man, we had so much rain come through here. So one of the reasons why we stayed at Mom's place an extra 2 days. But I mean, you can even see just water still coming out of the ridge. It's coming down through, filling up the pond. And you can see based off of the rocks of where that was at, the fountain is now completely underwater. So that means that this pond rose up at least, well, the entire bottom of that was underwater. Well, was the water line was right at the bottom of the rocks. So it's risen up the bank 5 feet, 6 feet, 5 feet. So that would be a vertical of over a foot. Over a foot of water, vertical. So, I mean, that's thousands and thousands and thousands of gallons. Yeah, that's a lot of water, y'all. So, yeah, we didn't know that it rained that much, but we did know that it was a pretty good sized storm that came through, because obviously there's tornadoes and stuff like that coming through the southern states. But yeah, we're gonna get back into, you know, working on the gathering house. So wires ordered, I already have the circuit breaker, so just some updates for that. And then we're gonna go through, I have to wait for that wire to get here, right? It's not gonna come, it's supposed to be here like the 7th of what they said. So right now I'm gonna have to get underneath the house and start taking measurements for all the plumbing, and then getting that knocked out. And then contacting Gumby to say, hey, when would you guys be able to get out here to help us dig? But with that being said, with all this rain that we just got, we're probably gonna have to hold off on that for a little bit, because it is a soupy mess over there. I've already walked over by the house, and at some point too, we are gonna have to dig some ditches for some water relief to help, because kind of the same thing, since that is right over near the edge of the ridge line that comes down. It does seep water out, so we would like to be able to reroute that water to go around the house, not in underneath the house, you know, for just whatever reasons. And then also came down here by the creek. You can see, I mean, it's flowing okay, and I can see like where the water levels and stuff came up to, which did not go up and over the bridge, not this time. So even though we've had a lot of water come down into the pond, it really wasn't enough water to go up and over the bridge. So I think that's more of just water, you know, long periods of rain, you know, and just with it still seeping out of the hill, it's just going to continue filling up the pond, because the pond doesn't have an outlet. Right here at this corner is the lowest spot, and it still has about another 2 feet it'd have to raise up before it's going over that, and that is the overflow. And at some point we do want to fix that overflow to actually allow water to go out of the pond before it even gets to this level, because we don't need it to be that high. But all right, we'll be back in a second, because we're still trying to do phone calls and bills type stuff, right? So be right back. Okay, that's all done. So as you see, like I was saying, right, we had the water that comes down, and it kind of seeps out right here, which obviously once we can get the backhoe over here, right, this stump's coming out, that stump's coming out, this will get flattened out a little better, allow us to be able to, you know, continue the road coming in right here, and then coming back here, and then we have a few more stumps over here. So some stumps here that need to come out, and then this area here, right, so we'll kind of free this up some. This big pine right here will probably come out. Another stump here that has to come out, right, a few stumps in here. But then we have a tree here, right, some other little stumps. This big tree is probably gonna have to come down. That way all this can be parking, right? And then, but it allows enough to where if we need to park over here or whatnot, but be able to back in this way and then go out, or be able to come in and then back in, or just all those things, right? But all this area back here will be parking, and the area back in here, so the tank is going pretty close where it's sitting, right? Just I don't know if you can see, I have like a little stick right there, but so the tank's gonna go there. And then this area back here, we're gonna have to clear out some trees and kind of dig out, get the stumps out, get the roots out, but kind of dig this out, because this is the area back here that we've decided to put the mound system, because it only needs to stay, it's a minimum of 10 feet away from the neighbor's property, which talking with him, he probably wouldn't even care if it was right next to the property line. And who knows, at some point we would actually like to be able to buy that property if possible. It's another 10 acres next to us, right? But anyway, this area here is where we're going to put, so the mound system. So go from the tank, and then right below the tank we're going to have another smaller catch tank, right, with a pump in it that will then pump it back up the hill, kind of, and then from there it'll be able to do its thing over here, right? But everything is going away from the house that way, right? That's all downhill that way. So I think it'll work out just fine, instead of trying to have it come here and then go back that way, which technically is going back uphill and then would allow everything to flow back that way. So we're not trying to do that. All right, so everything that we talked about previously, not happening. This is the new plan. This is what we're doing. So, but the next few videos coming up, I'm going to be getting underneath the house, going to be getting the water and stuff that the water line ran, just making sure that I do have what I need. We're going to be getting measurements so I know how much sewer pipe to go purchase, because it's going to come out of the house right here. And then, so everything's going to be basically underneath the house, all the lines that need to go to the main line, right? And then it's just going to be one main line going basically right here at the back side of the house. And then I'm going to have a clean out over here on this side, right? So I will 45 it out and then have a clean out coming over here. And then this is where, this area over here is where I'm going to have the access door to be able to get into underneath the house. So that's where the clean out will be, right? Right there at the access door. And then everything's going to come down this way and then come out here. And then basically the tank's going to be, boom, right there. So everything from the house to the tank is less than 10 feet. All right, so we won't have to deal with it. Hopefully any issues in the future. So hopefully everyone had a great Christmas holiday, and hopefully you have a great New Year. So not sure when this is going to post up just yet, but if we haven't seen you before the New Year, then Happy New Year. And we're almost there, y'all. We're almost there. This close to getting into the house. And then we're also still waiting for fiber too. Those guys still have to come back out and do all the stuff on the inside. But until we get the power connected, which I'm waiting on the wire, like I said, that doesn't get here until at least the 7th. So yeah, it is what it is, right? I know. So we definitely thank y'all for joining in on this journey, helping us grow, sharing us out. It would be greatly appreciated. You know, let's get those numbers back up there. Hit that subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. Hit that thumbs up if you like our content. It's greatly appreciated as well. I guess check out this video right here if you want to stick around a little bit longer. You have the whole year's playlist on this side. The icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to our side channel. Please go check that out. It's greatly appreciated. And then last but not least, always think of veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. And we'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.